Aloha, my name is Tara Lee, and welcome to Talk Story Maui, a web series about Maui for Maui. For our very first episode, we will head down to the Light Poke food truck to see what my personal favorite dish is, and we will also sit down with Maui native Krystyn Aguinaldo as she tries to raise awareness about a dangerous virus. Later, Amber No Savage will join us for her segment of Did You Know? Now, without further ado, let's get this show started with two words, ahi vindalosh. The Light Poke food truck is Maui's best-kept secret for fresh poke plates. In fact, they don't make it until you order it. Originally down by the harbor, they are now located here at the Food Truck Oasis across from Costco's gas station. Owner Danny Kalihiki prides himself on serving only the top quality fish. What's my favorite plate? The ahi venados, of course.
Ahi vinados.
Venados, I always say it wrong.
I could be saying it wrong too, but it's Portuguese, and it started off with, usually people do it with pork, and they'll soak the pork in their vinegar, marinate their secret spices for like up to a week at time before they even cook it. But with the fish, we only really need a couple of hours to soak it because the fish will absorb it so fast.
In vinegar.
In vinegar.
That's why I like it, because I'm Filipino.
And you like the vinegar. Right. So yeah, it's really easy for us to make, and most people don't really know about the ahi vinados. You know, they've had pork vinados before, but so they're kind of shy to try it. But once they try it, then they want it every time.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So it actually, I had never done it, and one of my regular customers told me about it and said how good it was and told me I should try it. So he gave me a real quick rundown on how they do it, and so I turned around and did it my way, and that's what we ended up with. And it's obviously your favorite. It's one of my favorites.
I know. I love this.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's really good. I've had everything from the big old local bradas to people right off the plane from San Francisco and Missouri that have had it and loved it, you know.
So this isn't on your menu all the time.
It's not. It's one of our specials. So it's our Wednesday special.
Okay.
So we try to have different specials every day. It doesn't always work out. It depends on the availability of fish, whatever the local fishermen are catching.
Because all your fish is fresh.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if they're not catching it, then I don't have it to use.
Okay.
So I do always have a steady supply of ahi because I can bring it in from Hilo fresh all the time if Maui's not catching enough. But with some of the other fishes such as ono, and you know, we run opa, ono, anything we can get our hands on.
Okay.
Reef fish and all, we do it all. So our specials vary, you know.
And this is, what day would you have ahi?
Wednesdays. We'd have vinadosh.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
And then did you say Friday nights you will be having event?
Friday nights, we're open till about 9 or 10 o'clock now, myself and Wayne Sushi here at the lot. And I offer the crispy taco. I brought the crispy taco back on the Friday night menu after 4 o'clock, not during lunch hours, because people get a little nuts when we have the crispy taco. So we decided we'll just bring it back Friday nights.
Okay.
And, you know,
only Friday nights?
Yeah, because it's a little more mellow. People aren't on their lunch hour. They're not in a rush, you know, so it's easier for us to take our time and do it right, and hopefully not have anybody fighting over it. So Friday nights,
crispy taco. You guys got that? And I understand you're starting to cater, or you've been catering.
Yeah, I do catering. I've always done catering, but with my new trailer, it enables me to do better catering, especially if you plan it into me actually having the trailer on property to do the catering, because then everything comes out fresh. I'm not cooking it here and driving it there and then serving it later. We show up, we prep, we cook, we serve right when you eat. Everything's hot.
So if I'm having a big party, you guys will bring your whole trailer and make it right when I'm gonna eat it.
There's a minimum charge to have the whole trailer there, but you know it's not that much as people would think.
That's
so
awesome.
You know, we do weddings, we do parties, we do whatever it is, events. We do it all. So
well, all I can say is this is really, really good.
Well, we're glad you like it.
And you guys are located here at the Costco parking lot, Sunday through Saturday?
Well, we're actually across the street from the Costco gas station.
Yes, Costco gas station.
Just up the street a little bit past the Marriott Hotel, and we're open from Monday through Saturday, 10 till 4, and then Friday nights we're open until 9 or 10, depending on the weather and whether or not we sell out or not. So we do sell out on a regular basis.
Right.
So
I can attest to that.
yeah. So you can also phone order and reserve plates and whatnot if you can't get here till later in the afternoons every day. So that gives you one option of making sure we still have something that you want to eat.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Danny. This is my favorite plate
My pleasure.
ever. You
Glad
guys
you
have
like
to
it.
get it. If you want to win an ahi vindaloo plate, like our Facebook page and share our first episode. I will be choosing a winner on Monday, and you can come down here and get a plate from Danny.
And we'll hook you up and we'll make it good for sure. Always fresh, I like both.
Our home is not called Maui no Ka'oi for no reason. This island is full of firsts for the state of Hawaii. Did you know that Hawaii's very first sugar plantation was established right here on Maui back in 1849? Maui was also the first Hawaiian island to propose a luxury resort to its visitors. Where? In Hana. The Hotel Hana Maui was founded back in 1946. Maui's claim to fame? The very first capital of Hawaii was actually located here, Lahaina. See? Maui is truly the best. This Did You Know segment was brought to you by Hanaho Cleaning Services. Check out their website, hanahocleaning.com. Talk Story Maui loves to feature people from Maui that are impacting our island or the whole state in a positive way. Tara was able to sit down with Krystyn Aguinaldo to discuss why she is pushing to have House Bill 782 passed.
Cytomegalovirus, also known as CMV, is a common virus that can infect almost anyone. Most people aren't aware they even have it because it rarely shows symptoms. However, people that are pregnant or have a weakened immune system, this is cause for concern. Aguinaldo knows all too well from firsthand experience just how bad this is for babies, which is why she's pushing for a bill to be passed that would make testing mandatory for pregnant women. So Krystyn, tell us how CMV has affected your life.
CMV has definitely taken over our life for something that I knew nothing about, has now total control over everything. It affected her. She was hitting all her milestones, and now she's 19 months old and she's just working on rolling over. And she doesn't sit up on her own. She wears hearing aids. She has epilepsy, cerebral palsy. It's really affected us a lot. She struggles every day with, simple things like grabbing. She just started grabbing toys. So
How many months is she right now?
She's 19 months.
She's 19 months.
Yeah.
So you got CMV while you were pregnant with her.
Right.
And the doctors knew this, and when she was born without any symptoms.
Right. She had mild, it's low birth weight, but
Okay.
She was 6 pounds, so it wasn't anything really shocking to them
At the time.
of birth.
So they didn't test her again.
No, they didn't feel it was necessary.
And then so 5 months later, that's when it just kind of shut her down.
Pretty much just shut her down. She was, inconsolable. She was always crying. She just couldn't eat. She couldn't move. It was really sad. So that's when we took her in right away, and they said, we're going to test her for this, and we're sorry.
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
I see. So your bill is going to push for mandatory testing on all babies, or just babies whose mom was confirmed of having CMV?
My bill will push for the number one side effect of CMV infection is hearing loss.
Okay.
So when a baby is born, they take the newborn hearing screening at the hospital. All babies do. So say they fail that. They have another hearing test follow-up in 2 weeks. And if they fail that, then it will mandate doctors to test the baby for the CMV infection.
I see.
If a mother is suspected of having it at birth, it should already be automatic.
Yeah.
Test for
Why
it.
go through the hearing part? Just test. Skip those tests. But
exactly.
I'm not a doctor, so what can
Sometimes we get skipped in life.
Well, I feel like this should be mandatory already. I have 2 babies and I don't even know anything about this, and from what I understand, this is pretty easy to get. Am I correct?
Exactly. It's really easy to get. It's sharing food, sharing drinks, kissing your babies if they have it, on their lips. It's saliva, urine, contraction. So it's
Yeah, I'm sure
really,
you
really
didn't even know you had it when you
No,
were pregnant.
I didn't know that I had it. I didn't know that I could easily get it by sharing food,
Right.
with my son and my nieces and my nephews. If I would have known that, I would have never, shared food, or picked up a pacifier, put it in my mouth and gave it back to the baby because it fell on the ground, or just, simple things like that you wouldn't expect. The baby's sick, don't, it's okay, it's fine. You do that as an auntie and kiss the baby anyway.
Right.
If I would have known.
So now what's the next step with this bill?
So the bill, it has to go through a bunch of committees in the House and the Senate. It's passed the House. It was amended to take out the screening through the House.
What is that the whole point of the bill?
That's a really important part of it, education and the screening. If you can only educate people so much, and then if the incidence of CMV happens, then what? So you have to know at that point. So I asked at the Senate hearing for it to be reinserted, and they did, because they felt that it was super important that, of course, the babies who are born with this are treated right away, so that what happened to Kulia doesn't happen to any other baby.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everyone appreciates your efforts, because this is something that people do need to be aware of, and I'm sure that Kulia appreciates everything that you're doing for her.
Oh, thank you.
And if you would like to support Kulia and their cause, please check out their GoFund account at gofund.me/KuliaCMV.
We hope you enjoyed our first episode of Talk Story Maui.
Like our Facebook page, Talk Story Maui, so you can see when our next episode will air. I'm Tara Lee.
And I'm Amber No Savage.
Thanks for watching a show about Maui for Maui. Aloha.
Aloha.